All right, all right, all right. Let's go on a journey today. Yes, I'm walking on a treadmill, but I decided to do some back testing and I wanted to bring you guys with me. So forgive me for the camera walking and honestly, my desk, the way it is when I lean on it, it's going to shake the camera as well. So anyway, I made myself a little extra small. Hopefully that doesn't annoy you, but I know you guys wanted to see this. I mean, this beautiful face right here. You guys got it. Anyway, all right, let's just focus. So I want to talk to you about the orb challenge. I want to kind of back test lately what's been going on with the orb, and just have some discussion about why take the challenge, how to take the challenge, what you can learn from it, why would you do it, right? Everyone that I've talked into doing this, it has changed their trading for the better. And so here I am. I'm gonna do the same for you and encourage you. So all right, let's go ahead and talk about what the orb challenge is. One, the orb challenge is just taking the first orb of the day, right? New York Open, first 5 candles. If you guys have been following me on this channel for any time, you know what it is. First 5 minutes, you mark the high and the low. Shebang! There's your orb range, okay? Once we get a 3 candle pattern with a fair value gap that closes outside of that range, yes, you need the fair value gap. It's part of the rules. It's one of the only few rules. You take the trade, all right? So here, example, we have candle 1, 2, and 3. The third one closed outside the range. We had our fair value gap. We take the entry. We target 1 to 3, okay? Now, as you see, this looks a little funky, but it's just because it hit our target on that wick, boom, and hit it and sold us out. All right, so that was a winner. So I'm gonna mark that. Ready? Boom. We got a win. Hoorah! Okay, so risk 100 to make 300. That's pretty much how I'm gonna run the math. So that's pretty much where I stay. I risk between 100 and 150 per trade to get 300 to 450. Okay. All right, now of course this is phase one. This is a challenge for you to reset yourself as a trader, right? So that way you can reset your mental game, prove to yourself that you can run a strategy. It doesn't get easier than this. You only trade for the first 2 hours of the day. You're done. Okay, and days like this, obviously, you're in, you're out, you're done. You're done within 15 minutes of the day. Okay. All right, so that was one. So that was today. That was this morning. And let's go ahead and go back to the next day. Okay, this is going to be kind of a long, chill, walking video. Doing this to be healthier. Okay, this was obviously a win as well. All right, same thing. We had the 5 minute range. We got the fair value gap down here. And then we broke out and boom. Okay, so that's pretty much it. What I'm going to say on this one is that I'm going to say we closed at like, half R on this and not a full R. So I'm going to say 0.5 R on that. Okay. So that way we know, because if you were trading prop firm, you would have closed right around in here. I personally would have closed around 2, 3-ish, right? I mean, not just because it was higher. If it had been lower and then it pumped like this, I would have missed. Most of the time I like to be out by early afternoon because of the after a big pump like that, the kind of end of the day sell off. It doesn't always happen, but it's just what I do. But when you're trading prop firm, I mean, you can't hold it all night. All right. If you could, and you were trading personal, bang, you eventually would have gotten sold out in full profit. All right. So let's take a look here. Looks like we took 3 L's on this day, right? Loss, loss, and a loss. Okay. So what I want to say about this challenge, right? This challenge is seriously what is good for you, right? This challenge is like most traders don't learn because they don't know enough, right? They lose because they can't stay consistent, all right? And I'm back testing the orb to show you today that the boring truth can help you be profitable. And even if you take this challenge and the orb goes into like a drawdown month and you lose, the fact that you stuck with it and that you showed yourself that you can follow a simple trade plan will grow you like huge. So Don't underestimate what this can be, okay? All right, so you took 3 L's on that day. You felt bad. You don't feel good about it, but you journal, okay? You take the time to write down the things that you feel. How much FOMO? Did you revenge trade in any of this? You know, those kinds of things, because that's what's going to make you a better trader, is doing what most won't do. And most don't want to talk about their feelings, and they don't want to journal and put in the hard work. Okay, next day, or previous day. We're going to keep going back in time. Oh, oh, yeah, that day feels good. Let's go. Okay, so this is a day you get in the trade, it just immediately runs in your direction, but you do hit 2R, okay? And then you get this huge retracement all the way back to 1R. How many of you would have sold out, right? How many of you would have been like, I'll take that 2R or that 1.5R before we get back, right? Just for it to pull back and continue on to the full target. These are the kinds of things that you, excuse me, that you document. These are the kinds of things that you figure out about yourself. What kind of trader are you? I'm an egotistical trader. I don't know why. I'm a very chill guy in person. I don't have a huge ego, but when it comes to trading, that's why I don't live trade. For some reason, it messes with my head. It messes with some kind of ambitious side hustle ego. Something goes on up here, and my brain just goes like scrambled eggs. So I don't do it. I got a buddy who does. I'm so thankful for him. All right. So what we got? Shaboom. 3R. And let's keep going. We need to change our data series. Whoop, whoop. All right. We need a little bit more than 5 days. I don't think we need that many. Let's do like 115. I don't think we'll make it that far. Let's give that a minute. Oh, that loaded pretty fast. So we got the 1, right? We got the 2. We had to hold all day. We got the 3Ls. We got the winner, and then that's where we are. Okay, right here. Boom, shaka, laka, laka, boom, shaboom. Here we go. Okay. So now you're still doing your challenge. You're in here. You're documenting. You're doing the things that nobody else wants you to do, right? Okay. You're doing what nobody else will. So this day you take 2Ls. So shebang, shebang. All right. But you get that winner. You get that nice little winner in there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. Now, so I'm going to talk about this winner right here. Okay. So the orb has multiple phases. Okay, phase 1, you just follow the strict mechanical rules. Okay, I'm going to put a link down to the website below where you can go and check out how to take the orb challenge. That part's completely free. Just go do it, become a better trader. Okay, and if you ever do, comment like, hey, this really helped. That would be payment enough for me. Or you can send me a DM on Discord and just say, dude, thank you. That's payment right there, right, for the orb challenge. Okay. But on this day right here, when you get to a later phase, okay, yes, I'm going to start talking about these later phases. All right, we're going to phase people into becoming monster traders. Okay, phase 1, you follow the rules, you don't do anything else. Stop FOMO, get control. All right, stop revenge trade. Moving on. Okay, you see this retracement right here? We enter, comes down, it comes back. Okay, if I'm at $100 risk, if I add a con right here, how much am I going to add? Probably about 30, 40 bucks, okay, of risk. To do what? To get a lot more profit, okay? When you run that math, it makes a bigger difference, okay? If you're doing phase 1, don't do this, okay? But this day we did this. We did this live. Retraced, added a few cons, like huge profit. I mean, okay, not huge, but it was a, you averaged in, it's probably more like a 1 to 5 instead of a 1 to 3, okay? Makes a big difference, okay, when you do that every once in a while. All right, but I'm just going to count that as a regular win. I'm not going to count it as a extra, and then we took 2 losses on that, okay? Boop, doop, doop, boop. Uh-oh, what do we have here? That's 7 p.m. So it would have been right around 4:30-ish. So I'm just going to call this 1R, for a prop firm. Okay, that's what we trade, most of us. So if you'd held a personal account, you could have, boom, 3R, but we're just going to call this 1R. So I'm going to put 1R up here. I'm going to put that 0.5R up here as well, and then remove it from this Ooh, there we go. Hopefully camera's not shaking too much. I'm sure it is. I got pencil and paper down here. I love my pencil and paper. Oh, we took an L on that one. Shaboom. Okay. All right. So you got one L, kind of retrace, comes back, knocks you out. You get into the next trade. Boom. Okay. Call this profitable. Sure. No problem. Just kind of ranges for the whole day. End of the day, when I'm already out. Okay. I mean, honestly, I probably would have closed somewhere up in here just because that's kind of my thing. I like to be off the charts by then. All right. Okay, so we're documenting all these orbs. We're documenting how we feel. Bam, here's another one. Same thing, an opportunity to add in like a phase 3, phase 4, I think it's phase 4, where we add a con on a retracement, okay? Excuse me. But we're just going to call it normal win. Okay, so we've taken we've taken 15 trades. What do you guys think? What do you think that looks like? The past 15 trades of the orb. Not obviously this is not cherry picked. I just decided to do this today. 15 trades. Okay. We have 8 losses. So that's minus 8R. Okay. And then we have 5 winners at full. Okay. So that's 15R. Okay. And then we got 16.5R because of those days where we closed only like partials because I'm being real. You can't hold prop firm all day. Okay. All right, so 16.5 minus 8. What is that? What math is that? 8.5R. Okay. You're not killing it. You're not killing it, but your account's up $850 ish. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. And that is, quite a few days, of trading. So let's just keep going. All right. We've got this. Okay. This day doesn't feel so good, right? I'm going to go ahead and start a new tally down here. And my L's, we took 2 L's on this day. So shebang and shebang. So there we go. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So a couple of things I want to go over. Hopefully, if I still have you here. Your job isn't to win. Okay. Obviously, your job's not to lose either. But your job is not to win. Your job is to execute. Your job is to take these trades the way they're supposed to, right? So most people in this industry are not underskilled. Okay. I think I know traders who know more than I do. Okay. And they're struggling. Okay. And it's not because they need to know more or I need to educate them. Okay. They could educate me actually. And I mean, that's just the truth. What it is, it all comes to your psychology. It really does. Okay. A lot of people say it's like 80-90% psychology. I mean, that might be a little on the high end, right? But it's at least 33% psychology, 33% strategy, and 33% risk management. Okay? At least. All right. Journaling is not an option. Okay. Just wanted to say that out loud. Okay, here we go. All right. We got some more trades. We have a winner. Bang. And we have a loser. Bang. So pretty much jump right in this. We buy the bottom of the day. Boom, boom. I mean, we clip the bottom. If we had just shorted, or if we had just longed here instead of shorted, would have looked like Michael Jordan, but we didn't. We followed our rules, okay, and bang, we catch this trade. Looks like we're buying the top right after we swept this, but hey, it's our rules. We're not here to win or lose. We are here to execute. And we executed, boom, payday. Okay? Just like that. Let's keep it going. All right, so what do we got here? We've got a loss and a loss. And this sucker danced around all day. So I probably would have ended up holding this. Even with like some of the later phase stuff that we teach, because this is only like 12, so I probably would have been what it is. This would have been 2 L's on the day. So shebang, shebang. Sad face for me. No gold star. Actually, who cares? See, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing I want to say. You celebrate the days you follow your plan and you execute correctly. This right here is a day that if I just executed and I took these 2 L's, then I do get my gold star. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to execute a trade plan. I am not here to make sure every day is green. All right? Okay. Nice big gap down. Oh, look at this. With some trailing rules, which is in the later phases. Boom, 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 boom. If I'm not mistaken, I do remember this. I did not. I think I was running mechanical here. So I got the 3R, but Dan, guy I trade with, pretty sure he got more out of this day, if I'm not mistaken. That has happened like very recently. So, okay, so we got a win. So, boop, boop, put a little win down. Some W's and some L's. Okay. Ooh, all the way to 2R. All the way to 2R. Man. See, you gotta journal that. How do you feel? This one? Boom. Like, should have wicked out right there, actually. Oh, I see why. Okay. All right, I got you. So 2 L's. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Let's just get a couple more here. I don't want this video to be incredibly long. I mean, it's already boring enough. All right. So right here, got to win. All right. So this is what I want to do. I want to take this and we're going to do a Fibonacci circle. Boom. Okay. Like that. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to today. I'm going to get a fresh sheet. And then I'm going to hold this sheet over here because I was talking a lot during this and I was having other thoughts of like thinking about psychology and the trades and actually remembering maybe some of the stuff. I want to make sure that we do this correctly. Okay. All right. So if you had traded the orb these past days, okay, we would have had one win. Okay. We're going to keep going. And then we would have had, this is the 430. So it's 2R. 2R roughly. Okay, I'm gonna round it up to 2R. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. So I'm just gonna say plus 2. And that's 2R. Okay. And then we had a loss and a win. So I'm gonna mark the loss, mark the win. Okay. There's a loss there too. See, this is why I wanted to do this. Because there is that third loss up there. Bang. So actually, my bad. That is 3 losses. So I need to do that. And then erase that loss. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted to double check. Okay, so there's the win. All right. So now we're going to keep going. Loss, loss, win. Okay. So loss, loss, win. We'll take that. Still up for the day. Still end up green. This is the one. Yeah, if you'd held all day, would have been good. But I'm just going to say 1R on this one. Okay, so just 1R. And then 1R loss, actually. Okay. We're gonna double check our math. There's another win. So if you had taken this challenge, which this has been some good orbing, but it hasn't been like amazing. Orb goes through win streaks and loss streaks for sure. So loss. All right. Two L's. All right. If you're still watching, thanks for being patient with the double check. I know you're like, we already looked at these, but I'm actually like doing this live with you, right? I did not do this ahead of time. So we took a loss, and then we took a win. Okay. And then I'm just going to say, yeah, 2 L's on that one for sure. So bang, bang. Oh, that's that gap. All right, so there's a win. So down here, okay. I'm trying to go faster. 2 L's, but I want to be accurate. I don't want to give you guys false info. Okay, bang. All right. Okay, so let's stop here for a second, and we're gonna go. We did 13 L's, right? Yeah, 13 L's. So that's negative 13R, okay? And then we're going to do, there's 5, 7, that's 21. So 24, because we add those partials. So 24 minus 13. So what do we got? 11R. So if you were risking $100, you'd be up $1,100 in your account, okay? Over, I don't know, what was that, like 2 weeks maybe? That's not bad, 24 trades, right? Yeah, 24 trades, you'd be up 11R, okay? The strategy is not some wickedly profitable strategy. It's really not. And it's going to have, like, you could start this strategy and take your 50 trade challenge, and you could end up losing. You could end up being negative. But one thing I promise you is you won't end up further behind than you are right now. You will end up in profit, okay, as far as investment of your time, your journaling, your practicing, helping to identify what kind of trader you are, okay? Finding out where you're strong and where you're weak is really important, because when you find your weaknesses, like you're like, I'm a FOMO trader, man. As soon as I see a green candle, I just start thinking, oh my word, here we go. It's reversal. It's been dumping all day. Now I got a big green. I got to get in, okay? You don't want to do that, okay? But if you can identify it, then you can work with it. You can say, okay, I'm feeling the FOMO. I know it's bad for me, so let me sit on my hands and not do anything. And then you get your gold star at the end of the day because you actually sat on your hands instead of revenge trading or over trading, okay? Things like that. And so when we look at this trade right here, for example, this trade right here, we went to 2R, back up to negative half R, down to 3R. You got to be patient. Are you a patient enough trader to handle that? Let's find out, right? So I want to encourage you guys, click the link below. I don't have any weird, give me your email, sign in, create an account, do stuff like that, okay? Maybe one day I will, but for right now, the orb challenge is just literally open. You can just go see how it's done. You can challenge yourself and become a better trader. Easy peasy, okay? But it's not so easy. The orb challenge is extremely challenging in its own psychological stance. So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful to you. I was very excited to spend the time to do this. It's actually encouraging to me to see that a mechanical strategy can give you, profitable runs. And anyways, yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.